Hey, welcome back to a Let's Play Oblivion Remastered. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and start the Dark Brotherhood for realsies with our first contract, which is going to involve meeting up with some pirates and killing off some pirates. It's pretty great. But one thing we can do is we can go ahead and level up. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do real quick before we actually start doing anything. We're going to go ahead and level up. I would certainly hope we can actually sleep in these beds. So let's go ahead and see if we can actually sleep in these beds. They are owned beds, I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure we can sleep in them anyways. Yes, we can. So let's go ahead and sleep in these beds. You have ascended to level 11. Being smart doesn't hurt, and a little luck now and then is nice, but the key is patience and hard work. Alright, let's go ahead and do agility. Let's do strength. And we'll do personality. There we go. That will get the job done. Now let's go ahead and make our way to the waterfront district of the Imperial City and meet up with some pirates. It's pretty great. Let's go ahead and take care of that, shall we?
So good to see you.
Now the good thing is that we don't have to do anything in terms of sneaking or anything in this quest. It's not really a necessary thing that we have to do in this quest, so we can just kind of brute force it, which is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to just kind of use our attacks to the fullest and not hold back even in the slightest. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Okay, let's go to the waterfront district of the Imperial City. The Imperial City waterfront. And meet up with some lovely, lovely pirates, except they're not all that lovely. They are smelly, and they are stinky, and they are rude, and they are dastardly, and they are unlawful, and they are rude. And we don't like pirates. They are very uncouth. We do not like uncouth people. It's really quite simple. Sorry about that. Had to turn up my volume just a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and wait for the graphics to realize their true potential here. It's gonna take it a second. It's going to take it a second for the graphics to realize what's going on in this video game. And let's go ahead and check these crates and see if there's anything inside these crates we might want. Maybe like a repair hammer or anything of the sort, such as that. See, like a repair hammer like that. And a mandrake root. Look at that. Hey, we got so lucky as to find a mandrake root. That's pretty fortunate. Do I have to repair anything? I can probably repair all of this. So let's go ahead and repair all of that. Yes, hello. How's it going? How's it going there, Pally boy? Just gonna go ahead and check all of this, take all the repair hammers that I can get out of this, because there's a ton of them, apparently, which I am... Ooh, there's a ton of them. Absolutely, there are a ton of them, which I am not going to be upset about, because we definitely need those. As the game progresses, we're going to need plenty of the repair hammers. So let's go ahead and see if we can find as many of those as we can physically possibly find. And all will be well. Hide in the crate. Just as expected, the crate I hid in has been transported to the ship's hold. I must now find and kill the captain, Gaston Toussaud. He's probably in his cabin at the rear of the ship on a higher deck. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to basically just kill off some pirates. It's really as simple as that. But first I'm gonna loot their ship. I'm gonna loot their ship and take all of their precious goodies, even though none of the goodies are what I really desire to have. It's pretty great, because they don't seem to have much of anything. They seem to have just kind of total nonsense, which is all right. Nothing I'm going to be upset about. There's some gold there, and oh, there's a lion pelt. Suppose I'll go ahead and take that lion pelt. How much space do we have in our inventory? We have enough. We have enough space in our inventory to work with, if I do say so myself, so I suppose we're in pretty good shape. But let's go ahead and unsheath this. Ooh, that's right. I forgot. We have a fire weapon now. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. We got the Blade of Fiery Light. Fire damage on strike, weakness to fire on strike, and lightning on strike. Light on strike, rather. But I'm thinking that we might want to just go ahead and use the Zapper for this. I feel like the Zapper might be a better option for this instead of using up the charges on the Fiery Light blade. So let's go ahead and go with that instead. Let's go with that instead. Hey, how's it going there, guy? This is the part where I fall down and bleed to death, except you are going to be shocked to death. You are going to be shocked to death using the power of my shock sword. I am not scared of you guys, even in the slightest, with this sword. So get out of my face. But now that we have multiple enchanted weapons, we can actually consider using the Varla Stone in the future to recharge multiple enchanted weapons rather than having to just reuse it to recharge a singular enchanted weapon. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that holds some kind of logic. But now what I am going to go ahead and do is I am going to go ahead and switch to the other weapon. I have gained access to the captain's cabin of the ship Maria Elena. I must now kill Gaston Tussaud. Okay, let's switch to the flame sword.
What in blazes? You ain't one of me crew. You best start explaining yourself, mate, if you want to get off this ship alive.
Justice is at hand, pirate.
Justice? Ha! I've been avoiding that all my life, mate. Let me show you how.
Oh, have you? Have you now? Have you truly been avoiding justice all your life? Oh, so I place light on the target. So it doesn't give me light, it gives light on the target, which is very interesting. So you can get out of here now. Gaston Tussaud is dead. I must now return to the sanctuary and speak with Vicente Voltieri to receive my reward. Alright, well that's kind of cool. That is pretty neat, if I do say so myself. He has the lusty Argonian maid on him, which is fine. I've recovered a sprig of nirnroot. A plant ingredient this unusual must have value. Perhaps I should bring it to an alchemist and find out a little more about it. An alchemist can be found in almost any city in Cyrodiil.
Captain! Captain Tussaud, are you all right, sir? We heard a clamour, Captain. We're coming in.
Yeah, come on in. How's it going there, guys? You're not prepared for this shock sword. You guys are not prepared to be paralyzed by this sword, especially if you're not wearing any armor, which isn't going to go well for you. These are not going to be good things for you, my friends. Dealing with enchanted swords with no armor. It's not going to work out very well for you guys in the end. Alright, well there's a very hard chest there, so let's go ahead and unlock this very hard chest. We could use his key to unlock this chest to make our lives easier, but what we're going to do is we're going to improve our security skill by picking this lock. I feel like that might be a better idea. Emeralds, flawless pearls, and 100 gold. Look at that. Fantastic. I will take all of that. And then we have another very hard lock to get out of here. So let's go ahead and pick this very hard lock to get out of the cabin. So let's get the heckles out of here, shall we? Get the heckles out of here. Huzzah! All right, now we are out. We have completed that quest. Well, at least completed the action portion of the quest. Now we can return to the Cheydinhal Sanctuary. Now we can return to the Cheydinhal Sanctuary and get our lovely, lovely reward for killing off the pirates. Because we have done the Imperial City Guard a service by killing off these pirates. Will we get any thanks? Absolutely not. Would we ever get any thanks from the Imperial Guard for doing them any good services? Absolutely not. Why would we ever, hope for something like that? Why would we ever expect something like that from the Imperial Guard? That is craziness. Craziness to ever think something like that might ever happen. Alright. Yo, Vicente. I've completed the quest.
So, the pirate has been eliminated. Excellent. No one will mourn his passing, and Sithis has been appeased. Please accept this black band as your reward. It is a ring whose powers are quite useful to those who value discretion.
The black band. What's the deal with the black band, huh? Fortify light armor, security, and resist magic. I don't really need that. If I'm being entirely honest with you, I really, really don't need that. And I suppose I can hold on to it until I can, find somebody who can buy it for a decent amount of gold. Because I don't need Fortify light armor. I mean, I could use Fortify security and resist magic, but at the same time, well, I suppose I'll... No, I can only wear... Oh, I can wear 2 rings. Okay. It's because I was wearing the Weather Ward circlet. I suppose I can go ahead and wear the black band for the time being. I suppose there's nothing keeping me from wearing it, but at the same time... Yeah, I suppose I'll wear it.
I'm glad you've returned. The contract is waiting, if you're ready.
Yes, what is this contract?
We need you to stage an accident. Kill the target in the manner specified, and you'll receive a considerable bonus. Do you accept this contract?
I do.
As I expected. Good. The target is a wood elf named Bainlin. You will find him at his home in Bruma. Enter secretly and avoid his manservant, Grom. On the 2nd floor is a secret door leading to a crawl space. Inside are the fastenings of a mounted head that hangs over Bainlin's favorite chair. Loosen those fastenings any night between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m., and the head will surely fall on Bainlin as he relaxes in his chair, as is his custom. If Bainlin is eliminated in any other manner, or if the manservant Grom is killed, you will forfeit the bonus. Now go, and may Sithis be with you.
Now, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to go about doing this. In order to do this the way you're kind of intended to do it, is you're supposed to kind of sneak past him, but we don't have any sneak skill, so this is going to be a little bit interesting, so I'm not entirely sure how we're supposed to go about doing this the way we are right now. I know we're not going to be able to do this without killing Grom, because obviously we don't have any sneak skill. So this is going to be something we're not going to be able to get the bonus on. So we're just going to have to see how well this goes. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to go the way we want it to go. But we're just going to have to give it a go. We're just going to have to give it a try and see how well it goes. Because, I mean, I know that sneaking past him is going to be a bit of an issue. I know that's going to be a bit of an issue. So let's go ahead and give it a try, shall we? Let's give it a try, shall we? Okay, is this where we want to be? Bainlin's basement? Okay, let's go ahead and break into his basement here. Break into his basement, and then try to sneak past him, even though sneaking past him probably isn't going to work out the way we want it to. It's probably not going to work out. I've entered Bainlin's house. If I can access the 2nd floor crawl space and loosen the fastenings of the mounted head between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m., it will fall on Bainlin as he rests in his chair. If Bainlin dies any other way, or if Grom is killed, I will lose my bonus. 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. Okay, so that was a take 2. So let's go ahead and try that again. Let's try that again. Yeah, I accidentally entered his house too early. I probably cut that out. Because, yeah, I entered his house a little bit too early. So let's go ahead and try that one more time. This time actually entering his house, at the right time. So let's try that again. Let's try that this time, knowing that we're actually entering his house at the right time. So let's try that a 2nd time. Because I completely forgot about the requirements of the contract. So let's try that again. Because he sits in his chair between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. So let's go ahead and try that again. Eat a couple of blood grasses. He is sitting there in his chair. The chameleon didn't seem to do very much for me. I mean, he stood up there for a second, but it didn't seem to really, you know, lead to anything negative for me, which works out for me. So let's go ahead and release the fastenings. The mounted head has fallen on Bainlin, killing him as expected. I must return to the sanctuary and speak with Vicente Voltieri to receive my reward. Okay, very good. Am I being attacked by Bainlin now? Yes, I am. How's it going there, Pally? Yeah, so, like, the only way you're going to be able to do this quest without disturbing Grom is you need to have a pretty decent sneak skill. And right now, my sneak skill is not up to snuff. So we are not particularly worried about that. So let's go ahead and just, you know, loot his house, I guess. Now that we can do it without having to sneak around. So let's go ahead and loot his house. See what lovely, lovely things we can... Gosh darn it, I'm getting impatient in terms of my lockpicking situation. So can we calm down with the impatient... Come on now. Can we calm down with the impatience? It's really unnecessary to be so impatient in terms of lockpicking. You have plenty of time to lockpick, so there's no sense in trying to do it too quickly. Oh, hello there, jewelry box. I'm gonna go ahead and open up that jewelry box and see what lovely, lovely things we can find inside this jewelry box. See if there's anything at all in here that we might want. Who's to say, man? Who's to say? There's always something. A gold emerald ring. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad, as well as an average chest over here. So let's see what's inside this chest now. Bainlin has a ton of... ooh, security mastery increased. The subtle rattle of lockpicks and falling lock tumblers is music to your ears. Your increased skills have made you an apprentice of security. When you pick locks, only 3 tumblers now fall when you break a pick. Fantastic. That is awesome. That is awesome indeed. So our security skill increased, and we were able to complete the contract, which is exactly what I like to see. So now we can head on over back to Vicente and complete the contract. We didn't get our we didn't get a bonus, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. We don't need a bonus for this. All we need is the gold or whatever we get from completing the contract. So let's go ahead and get on back to Cheydon Hall and complete this thing. Where are you, my vampire friend? Where are you, my vampire friend? There you are.
What troubles you?
Bainlin is dead, yes, but you did not fulfill the contract precisely as directed. I will grant your reward of gold, but the bonus is forfeit.
Unfortunately,
Despite
it
this
is.
misfortune, you are ready for advancement. I appoint you Slayer for the Dark Brotherhood. Now go, and continue to serve Sithis well.
I am now a Slayer of the Dark Brotherhood. Fantastic. Alright guys, that is where I'm going to go ahead and call this episode. So thank you for watching this video. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we continue on through the Dark Brotherhood. And as always, I really do appreciate you watching. It truly, truly does mean the whole world to me. I will see you guys in the next one.